Uncle Chunt, 100% certified Chunty.
Hey guys, Uncle Chunt here again. I just want to do a bit of a ranting video here. Something has really irked me over the last few weeks, and I just have to say something. This is getting out of hand, this shit. So, there's some bullshit article that's been released about Batman vs Superman: Dawn of Justice, right? This reporter, Drew McWeeny, his name is claiming sources that are saying execs are nervous about Batman vs Superman. But he's not naming any sources, he's just creating some rumour, citing unnamed people, unnamed sources, unnamed people, and just saying the response has not been exactly what Warner Brothers wanted. Okay, so right there, we're pretty much a month out from release of this film. If there was a problem with this movie, the executives and everyone paying for this film has been following and keeping tabs on this film through the whole production cycle. If there was a problem, they would have picked up on it by now and nailed it right then and there. They wouldn't be going, holy crap, we're a month out from release, panic stations. That's just right there garbage and a very expensive mistake for them to make, which I don't believe is what is happening. This article just reads to me as some bullshit, like get myself on the map type article, and put your name out there and see what sticks, see if people think you're credible. I don't know who this guy is, I don't particularly care, but I have read into him a little bit, and people are saying he's been banned from Warner Brothers lots and Warner Brothers events and stuff, so he must be known to the studio in some regard. That's just hearsay, I can't confirm that, so I could be bullshitting as much as this guy is. Now, a Batman vs Superman film on some type of ilk, Superman v Batman, Batman v Superman, something like that, has been in development for ages. They have been trying to get a film like this off the ground for quite some time, and now it's here. Marketing has been in full swing. We've had multiple trailers. Most of them have been friggin' fantastic, except that one little Doomsday part. I've loved everything that they've put out. It's great, and that's just not me being a fanboy. Like, I'm a DC fanboy, I'm gonna claim that right now. You know, think what you will about that. But I've put my money down multiple times for Marvel films at the movies, and I've enjoyed every one of them. You know, I might be critical of some of them, but they're all good. Like, I've enjoyed all of them. So I'm not just claiming strict DC here. And yes, I'm excited that finally my favourite characters are coming to the big screen. Man of Steel, loved the shit out of that. It was amazing. Zack Snyder, I love his work. Anything he does, I've loved his films. Say what you want about him, but he's a visual genius. This article is basically instigating the fact that Warner Brothers are saying if Batman vs Superman isn't a hit, it will be a seismic shift of things to come in the DC movie universe, saying that they're going to shift everything, and everything that they've put in place now will be changed. And Justice League, which is they've already had pre-production on this film going, and is set to film next year, they're going to say, let's stop that and put a Batman film in place. So what's that going to do? Push everything 2 years more down the line? Like, you can't just squeeze in a Batman film on a reaction just to be like, well, everybody likes Batman's stint in Batman vs Superman, Ben Affleck, let's get him to do something in a year, without any kind of pre-thought, pre-production or anything. That's just garbage. They've locked in, they've got their stuff going. Maybe some of the other movies 3 or 4 years down, maybe they can shift those around, maybe, but they seem to be committed. We've got Batman vs Superman, Suicide Squad this year, and then Wonder Woman that has already started filming. Justice League has already got pre-production stuff in the works. Wonder Woman, part of that movie, has been part of the production cost for Batman vs Superman and Justice League. So those are all tied pretty closely knit. So this guy comes out saying that they're going to change everything if Batman vs Superman doesn't meet their expectations. He seems to quote someone from Warner Brothers stating that the movie will have to make $1 billion, $1 billion for people to keep their jobs. Of course, this is a franchise that they're trying to build, and of course every studio wants to have $1 billion making movie. But for them to be like, well, we've spent roughly about $400 million plus on pre-production budgets and the film budgets itself, inclusive of the other pre-production parts coming up to this way back in 2004 or 6, trying to get other Batman v Superman type movies in the works. That's all inclusive. And for them to be like, well, this needs to make $1 billion, or, you know, whatever. I mean, that doesn't sound like smart people at the studio. And in spite of what you might think, the people that are running these films and these studios are a lot smarter than you and I. They've been doing this forever. They know what people want. They know what works. Sometimes, you know, not everything sticks, but it's easy for us to sit here, well, not me, because I'm not accusing people of making shit movies here. It's easy for other people to sit here on the internet behind their keyboards and be like, oh, they don't know what they're doing, oh my god, everybody's a friggin' idiot, they're ruining everything. Easy for you to say. Until you can go out there and make your own film and run a movie studio, you've got nothing to say. It's just your opinion, uneducated as it is. And I'm using the term opinion loosely here. And this Mick Weenie bloke goes on to say, I would be surprised if Justice League starts shooting when they say it's going to. I would be equally surprised if Zack Snyder directs it. Okay, if there's any reason why Zack Snyder doesn't film any more DC films, it's because he's already done Man of Steel, starting everything. He's done an epic job on Batman vs Superman. He's already signed to do Justice League Part 1. You know, if he doesn't do it, he still gets paid anyway, so whatever. By then, a lot of years has gone past, so he's probably wanted to do something different by then. He's got his fingers in all these movies as a executive producer anyway, he and his wife. So he's in there, whether you like it or not. And one thing that makes me feel this is completely debunked is when he goes on to explain that the studios and other people saying that some of the more well-received parts of Batman vs Superman is Jesse Eisenberg's Lex Luthor. For that, I disagree. The most part, I've heard people, they're either on the fence with that or they just don't like it. So for him to say that they're getting a good response from that, you know, it's just, that's not really what people are saying online. Everybody seems to have come around and accepted Ben Affleck, which is no shit. Like, he's good. He's never been bad. Like, he's made some bad film choices. That's about it. Daredevil's great. Go fuck yourself. And stop comparing him to Daredevil. That was 10-something years ago. Get over it. Yes, Jesse Eisenberg's Lex Luthor doesn't appear to be the Lex Luthor that I particularly had in mind. Like Clancy Brown's Lex Luthor from the animated series of Justice League and Superman. Like, that's, to me, that's the perfect Lex Luthor. But I see what they're doing here, and he seems to be doing a great job. But again, I wouldn't say that's one of the highlights that people are talking about. So for this article to come out a month away from release of Batman vs Superman, it doesn't make sense to me if the studio would let something like this slip out. There's non-disclosure agreements all over the place from anyone that has involvement in this film. You know, obviously they can't keep track of everybody, but for this to come out and he's got his name on it, that's a really stupid move. Like, why would you put this out with your name on it? Like, he's been wrong in the past. He's not 100% correct on anything. He's the same guy that came out and reported that DC and Warner Brothers has a no-jokes policy. That was debunked and a load of shit. Seth Rogen's actually involved in a lot of production stuff with Warner Brothers at the moment and some DC properties for TV, like little short, lot smaller projects. And even he's come out and saying, like, that's a whole lot of shit. Like, that's not true whatsoever. So again, just to reiterate, if there was a problem with this movie, they would have known probably before they actually got filming. If there was a problem with this film, they would have known before they started filming. Warner Brothers aren't stupid, not like Fox. Like Fox, they're a whole nother ball game altogether. They ruined Fantastic Four. They stepped in after cameras started rolling, and that's what they shouldn't do. They should have had everything lined up and sorted out before cameras started rolling, but they ruined that, and it's not the director's fault. This, however, Warner Brothers, from my opinion, and their slate of movies that they've done over the decades, I trust in Warner Brothers, and it looks like they're finally getting behind their own properties. Kevin Tsujihara, I hope I'm pronouncing that name correctly, he seems to have come on board and taken over his leadership role now, and he's finally cracked the whips. Pretty much as soon as he came into power, and he's like, why the hell are we sitting on these properties? Let's go. I just don't see how we can be a month out and all the execs are rumoured to be getting nervous that people aren't saying blah, 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 blah. No one has seen the film. We haven't seen the film. All we've got are knee-jerk reactions from people on the internet and on YouTube that think they know better, when none of us know better. I don't know better. From all I'm saying right now, I could be completely wrong, and it could suck balls. You know, I friggin' hope not, because I want this to be good. Everyone wants this to be good. Not just me, not just DC fanboys, but everyone that loves superhero comic films. We want this to be good, because if this is good, then Civil War is going to be better, and every comic book movie after that is going to be better and more hyped. Because I tell you what, if you've got one film being bad, like Fantastic Four, that was its own little anomaly, but if we start getting some consecutively bad films from the superhero movie genre, you know, that's going to be bad for everything. Every film that comes out after that, even Marvel films. In my opinion, most of Marvel films are average at best. Captain America Winter Soldier is my favourite by far. Like, none of the Thor movies have been really good. Iron Man 1, I actually liked Iron Man 2. Iron Man 3 was pretty shit from my point of view. Guardians of the Galaxy was amazing. Avengers, of course, was fantastic. On repeat viewings, Age of Ultron was actually really good. The first Hulk movie in that universe was shithouse. First Captain America was shithouse. Ant-Man I didn't like. So that's just my opinion, but for everybody to be like, Marvel this, Marvel's amazing, Marvel can't do wrong, you know, not entirely true. If you look at their box office reports stemming all the way back, even Man of Steel beat all of those first wave of the first phase of Marvel films, besides Avengers of course, but Man of Steel came out, it made more than those. So just to wrap up on this rant, I've gone a bit longer than I thought I was going to, but whatever, this is my channel, I'll talk if I want. For those people out there that are reading this report as Bible, just check yourself, seriously. To me, this guy, he's claimed no sources, he's not made any indications of where he's getting his information from. He's been disproved in the past for other things like this. This far into pre-production on all these other films, Warner Brothers can't afford to shift this much just on a knee-jerk reaction from some keyboard warriors behind their webcams and keyboards. That's just stupid. Like, really, it's just stupid. And again, the people out there that think this movie looks boring, there's something wrong with you, or you're just spoiled for choice these days. Every trailer, except for that little Doomsday part, all I've seen is what appears to be an amazing movie to be excited about. Two of the comic book world's biggest characters on film for the first time together, and a Wonder Woman live action movie version character for the first time ever. Like, those three facts alone, what's not to be excited about? And just the visuals and the movie and the potential, like it just screams amazing to me. I just don't see how there's people out there that either aren't excited for it or are just thinking it looks crap. Seriously. And just to add to that, I think a lot of you fanboys out there that love your Marvel films, you just want this to fail. Like, everybody's like, Marvel's have made good movies, we've laughed and chuckled with them all. But there's another business coming in to do more movies, but they can't, they're bad, they can't do it. Let's shun them, let's not make them do it, not take away the light from Marvel. Just don't be stupid, seriously. Just enjoy it. Enjoy the time we're living in. These movies are the best movies that we've seen. I've waited decades for these types of films to come out. We've lived through Superman 3 and 4. We've lived through Batman Forever and Batman and Robin. And Steel in there somewhere. Seriously, let's just enjoy what we're getting and support it, because the more we support it, the more we're going to get. Just look at Deadpool just recently. $260 million worldwide in 3 days? Come on. Like, that movie, Ryan Reynolds spent 10 years trying to get made because executives didn't think it would work. They didn't think we would take it. They didn't think they would get a good reception for it. They didn't think it would make money. Executives. If what this McWeenie guy is talking about, these executives being all nervous about it, these are the same executives that knee-jerked at Deadpool for so many years, and now they're eating their hats, all 260 million of them. So again, yes, I'm going over time. That's my rant. I've got more to say on this issue, but I think you get the gist. Just wake up to yourselves. Don't trust this crap. wait until you see the movie. Go see it, for God's sakes. Enjoy yourself. Put your Marvel hats at home. Put your bullshit keyboard warrior hats at home. Go see the film and enjoy yourself with your friends. And just be happy. It's Superman and Batman, Wonder Woman. If Batman vs Superman's gonna make big numbers, Civil War's next month, and you're just gonna be that much more excited to go see it. So, my name's Uncle Chunt. Subscribe if you haven't already. Like and share this video around. And look out for my Batman vs Superman review. Whether I'm gonna love it or hate it. Hopefully I'm gonna love it. So, I'll catch you on the next one.
Oh, yes, Uncle Chunty.
Thanks for watching this video. If you want to see more, check out these recent videos. If you enjoy Chunty content, you can follow me at Uncle Chunt from these social media outlets. Also, if you're feeling extra awesome and chunty, click that subscribe button and I'll see you on the next one. Toodles!